Listen, I almost walked off the ride myself. After fully knowing what you did.
Yeah, just Sanaa. Not of that Sanaa variety either, actually. Just Sanaa. We don't know who she is.
Sup, Park Peeps? I'm Demi from Magical Hijinx.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, strapping in for the Park Peeps Podcast, the ultimate theme park show where unhinged passion, travel expertise, and coaster nerd chaos collide. And this week, Joey, Demi, and Jeremy have a reunion at Sanaa where we truly lost our minds reviewing Disney World's best restaurant.
So buckle up and pull up on that yellow strap as we dispatch for Season 2 of the Park Peeps Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Park Peeps Podcast, where we're doing a very rare thing today. We are here, live, at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Me and Demi of the Magical Hijinx YouTube channel.
Hi.
With our dear, beloved, honorary third peep, Jeremy. We all find ourselves here on this cherished day in Orlando at the same time, which rarely happens. But we are so glad it happened today because our lives were, in fact, just changed.
Yeah, I would say completely changed.
Yes.
We are looking at a zebra that is asleep on the ground.
Yes, and if you notice, the noise texture is a little bit different on this episode, and we might deal with some sound issues just because we are in a live environment, surrounded by wild animals and ambient noises of the African savanna. So if you hear that in the background, that's why.
Yes.
But we were so inspired to do this episode today because, like I said, our lives were changed by the restaurant here called Sanaa.
Yes.
Not named after famed actress who allegedly bit Beyonce, Sanaa Lathan. Just Sanaa. Not of that Sanaa variety either, actually. Just Sanaa. We don't know who she is. But we do know that she has the most amazing food. And I do believe this is a transformative experience, and I really wanted to focus on this for this abridged. This is going to be a true abridged
Yes,
episode.
and don't worry, because you can see me, Joey, and Jeremy all together in a future Magical Hijinx video of this restaurant. But we wanted to talk about it even more because we're just so in love with it.
I feel like it doesn't. I think people talk about it in passing a lot,
Yeah.
and not in the forefront of conversations when it comes to Disney food. And this, when I tell you, we were losing our. I was stunned into silence. Jeremy was stunned into silence.
Yeah.
Literally after the first bite. They do the most amazing gluten-free bread service here,
And regular bread service.
We were running the gamut on those spices.
I mean, it was like a science experiment. You guys were like scientists.
That's part of it. It's just getting to kind of experiment and mix and match. And then, Joey, to your point, actually, Sanaa has been so viral for the bread service. Mm-hmm. And now they've been pretty viral for the burger that you can only get at lunch. It is spectacular. They just added a chicken sandwich recently as well, but a lot of the other menu doesn't get highlighted because it is so overshadowed by these viral things.
And we are here to talk about what an amazing experience that we had at this place. And I very rarely do I eat something and I'm like, usually you have in the forefront of your mind, like, this is good for Disney. Like, I mean, Disney food is, and I think a class of its own. There's a Disney scale. But this is food, I forget who said it was it me? When I was like, this is... I hate when people... Oh, yeah, it was me.
You're
quoting yourself now?
I am quoting myself, not me quoting myself. You know what? This is how blown my mind was, because I truly could not think straight at this restaurant. All I could think about was what was happening in my taste buds. But
yeah,
I just think I hate when people dismiss theme park food, and because there's a whole culinary skill that goes into it. There's flavor profiles and mixing and chemistry and all this stuff that goes together. Like Demi's dessert, we saw in real time.
I mean, let's be for real. It was not Demi's dessert. It was the table dessert.
It ended up being the table dessert.
Which I knew it was going to be. You guys, they were like, oh, I don't want to do dessert. We're so full. And Joey's like, I don't want to do sugar. And then...
Or gluten.
And
then I sacrificed myself.
Yeah.
I did, for the betterment of Demi's YouTube channel and this podcast. And I took a bite. And I must say, it was really a testament to how much thought and meticulous artistry goes into these dishes because of how different it was from the bite What was it called again, Demi? The cake?
The giraffe
The giraffe.
mousse.
It was like a
Giraffe mousse tower. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like banana, peanut butter, and Demi is not a fan of peanuts. And there was like
So I'm
a
a fan of
caramelized peanut.
I'm a fan of peanut butter. I just
Right.
want that on the record. But the
But-
texture of peanuts, I don't like.
Right.
Yeah.
So we all tried, and I don't like bananas, but we all tried it in its form without the peanuts, and it was tasty.
It was good.
I thought it was
but
phenomenal.
the second you bite it with those the peanuts,
peanuts.
it changed the entire dish. It was like a completely new dish.
It was.
And even Demi, who, bless her little soul, she bit into a peanut,
Yeah.
and she did it for the gram.
Yeah,
She did it
for
for
the
the
YouTube.
tube.
She did it for the pod.
And the pod. But I will say, I understand why you love it. And I loved that first combination bite of it before I was able to taste the peanut flavor from the texture. But you're right, it was a completely different dessert at that point.
Yeah.
It went from like a banana peanut butter mousse to like a toffee pudding.
Oh, it was so great. It was so crazy. It literally. And then the Demi had, oh my god, this pork dish that she had.
Oh my God.
These goat cheese mashed potatoes with pomegranate seeds, and just my jaw was on the floor. My tongue was rolling out to let more in.
Well,
But, yeah.
if you're a fan of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, you've been to Boma for breakfast.
Yeah.
What a lot of people
Maybe
talk
so.
about is the goat cheese eggs. They're like, you have to go to Boma breakfast for the goat cheese
Well,
eggs.
Yeah.
I think the goat cheese mashed potatoes take over
Absolutely.
the goat cheese eggs.
I think the goat cheese mashed potatoes are the best thing definitely the best side dish I've ever had at Disney.
I think that's fact.
I think that's absolutely factual. I mean, when I saw it said goat puree, I was like, goat cheese puree, I was like, sign me up. I love me a goat cheese. And it was like basically the smooth texture of a potato, like a mashed potato, with the flavor of goat cheese. And it was sensational.
Y'all, they are driving on the savannah right now.
They are?
If
Wait.
you heard the beeping,
I
they're
did.
driving on the savannah. There's a
didn't.
Jeep out there. We are
We are
live
sitting-
reporting from the balcony, looking at
It's a
the
giraffe.
zebras.
There's a giraffe. There's a
Oh
giraffe.
my God.
We are literally
There's a
sitting
giraffe.
on these rocking
There's-
chairs.
We just all stood up.
It's the nighttime tour.
It's the nighttime tour.
It's the nighttime tour.
Oh
and
my
we
gosh.
are watching
Yes, y'all, there's
in
a nighttime
real
tour.
time the nighttime tour going through the savannah at night to see the little giraffe who's sleeping while standing up, the little zebras who are sleeping. This zebra has been standing here for about
Not-
as
But
long
how
as
come
we've been
one
out.
zebra is standing sleeping and the other
Yeah,
is
the
laying
one
down
is
sleeping?
Laying down sleeping. They are protecting each other.
I think so.
They're taking shifts.
The
They are
giraffe
taking shifts.
isn't
Or
even moving.
They're recording the Zebra Peeps podcast
Oh, I
over
love
there
that.
at night. And listen, this is not a visual moment of this podcast, so we're going to check ourselves here for just one moment. Back to Sanaa.
Yes.
Can we just actually really quick talk about the beautiful, like, the beauty of Sanaa?
It's just such a wonder. I mean,
And the fact that you can have a savannah view while you eat.
yes, I was getting little glimpses of the animals outside and the artwork in there and the real African artifacts and clothing and pots, and
Yeah.
it's just the meticulous artistry that goes into the food here and the design of this space. It doesn't feel tacky. It feels authentic. It feels genuine.
Yeah.
You're getting a really eclectic mix of spices and spice levels, and it feels like something that can ease you into. A lot of people that come to Disney World, we know they're picky eaters. Like Demi, we were just talking on our Epic
Yeah.
Universe episode about how Universal is like seemingly coaxing people into trying different eclectic foods at theme parks and elevating what theme park food can be. And I feel like Sanaa also fits into that because it is definitely for Disney World palates, it's a daring palate. It's for a daring palate.
There
in
was
terms of
something
Disney.
incredibly spicy, here. One of our
A
dips
lot of spice.
from our bread service where it
Yep.
wasn't just like Disney spicy and it wasn't just like, oh, that's like spicy but doable. It is like intensely spicy
okay.
that a lot of people aren't going to be able to handle it. I liked it and I was able to handle it.
Yeah.
And obviously within Indian cuisine, you can find incredibly even more spicier stuff. But the fact that they even went this hard for essentially a Disney restaurant is really phenomenal. I mean, I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. The restaurants at the resorts are another level. They are the best restaurants you will find on property. And I think all of the restaurants here in Animal Kingdom Lodge are in the tops for me specifically. I think Jigo has like the best steak in Disney World. But I just could not believe the amount of flavor that we were able to find today in a sea of very, and I don't want to say in a sea of very plain foods, because that's not true. There's every little nook and cranny has different things. But let's say, for example, like a day in Magic Kingdom, you're going to find a more simple palate because it is the most visited place in the world. Yeah. It is. And so you're going to need things that are a broad appeal to a lot of people, right? So that's why you find your burgers, your pizza, your
Dendies,
your Casey's corn dogs. But that's why it's so great that you can venture out to each different resort. You don't need to even buy a park ticket to experience this. And I think that's like my favorite part of it all, is that Disney is making it accessible for anyone to, well, sort of, it still costs money, but like accessible that you can visit their properties and get their experiences and have these elevated experiences without even having to step into a park.
And I've personally been saying for a long time, I think that Animal Kingdom as a whole is like the Grand Slam when it comes to culinary experiences.
Grand Dame.
Whether the Grand Dame, actually that was so much more appropriate.
She's the Grand Dame. Sanaa, she is the Grand Dame.
Yeah.
I should have run that past you. But, between just like the different flavors, the different immersions that you can get between the park itself, but then here you have the trifecta between Boma for breakfast and dinner. Jigo, as you were saying, is one of my favorite dinners on property by a long shot.
Yeah.
And then here is spectacular every single time, whether lunch or dinner. It is a strong, well-rounded 3.
Yeah.
And honestly might be one of the strongest gaggle of gals that you have at the resort in a location.
Absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
Grand Flow, I would say you could, and Polly, would say you could also make the case for those being a really strong mix of 3. But it reminds me of something that Demi and I always talk about on this pod, the tapestry of experience.
Yeah.
We just had an incredible dinner that we are not just, there's a lot of people out there who just get hyped for the videos and hype things up, and they're content creators and they call it a day. No, we were legitimately losing our minds over this dinner.
Yeah.
And now we are sitting on a balcony surrounded by architecture and things that were, inspired by a very real place in the world, watching these animals that you can only see at a place like this, or, local zoos have them, but not in this kind of environment.
Right.
They're walking in a recreated savanna area at night. This is just so cool. I got up and I went to the bathroom at one point, and just walking to the bathroom came across that drummer who was outside Sanaa, and he was playing the drums. What's the style of drumming?
It's a djembe drum, and they said they do djembe at 5 p.m. every day by Sanaa to welcome the guests in.
And then I came out, and not only was he playing the drums, but Demi was also playing the drums with him. And then I turn around and I see Jeremy dancing to the drums, and it was just it's just this cool mix of things and people and experiences, and it is a privilege that we get to come here and that we get to experience these things, and I never take it for granted. But
never.
God, how cool is this?
Yeah,
it's so amazing.
I find myself coming to Animal Kingdom probably more than Animal Kingdom Lodge than any other resort. I think that there's just, I think even when I do things, for example, when I did the bus roulette day, I was I am starting here because not only am I going to be able to start here, get some good food, I can see some animals, I can see a lot of interesting things that are happening here. I think this is the most underrated place in Disney World. I agree with you, Jeremy. I think Animal Kingdom, the theme park, is the most underrated place probably I think it's the most underrated theme park in the world. And I know that right now there's a little bit of construction and they close early, but if you actually take a step back and look at what they're providing us and what the theming and the details and everything that is being presented to you and the immersiveness of it all, it's so hard to compare that to really anything, because you step into a different world basically.
And Jeremy did step into a different world of psychological experience today multiple times, because I did in fact have to educate him on
Here she goes.
identifying animals in the African savanna. As we were outside at the overlook, Jeremy spotted what he thought was a what, Jeremy?
A water buck.
Yes.
But then I rescinded my answer and said it was a greater kudu.
And
you always go with your first instinct.
Well, yes, well, you should have gone with mine, because I told him that it was merely a donkey, and then when we walked over...
The fury.
And we experienced these very kind cast members who were watching over... they were a part of the animal program, obviously. And what Jeremy didn't know is he was like, we're going to go over and I'm going to ask the cast members what they are. And Jeremy was so angry that he didn't look over his shoulder. And
I wasn't that angry.
He wasn't actually angry.
I was just trying.
He was very determined.
Yes, thank you.
I was over his shoulder looking at these cast members, and I was mouthing, tell him it's a donkey. Just say it's a donkey. And they were the best actors I have ever seen in my life, because Jeremy was like, what is this animal? What is it? And they were like, it's a donkey.
The
look on his face.
Straight face, he goes, oh, it's an African donkey.
The woman was
me,
too stunned to speak.
I literally looked at them and I was like, stop.
Yeah.
It is not.
And guess who got cast member compliments real big this day? I sure as hell did. And the other thing that we have to talk about before going... do we have any closing thoughts on Sanaa?
I just wanted to say really quickly that y'all encapsulated why, for I don't even know how many years now, I have been saying that Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge is my favorite and the best place to be. I keep this to the Park Peeps. When I'm here at Disney World, I go other places during the day, but 90% of the time you are going to see me park hopping in the Animal Kingdom and finishing my nights here or at the resort, because it is my favorite place to be, and being around this energy is the best way to wind down after a long Disney day.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
It's the best.
It's so transformative, and it really does take you. It's one of the places on property that just completely takes you to a different world. Like, I mean, I've only been here to eat at Sanaa before. I've never really explored the resort or gone around the resort at all, and I've been the very short time that we've spent here, I'm just blown away. But
I mean, we were looking at the animals before, and I was just so in awe of them. I said, if I ever decide to change careers, I want to work for, what'd you say?
Look, Jeremy is giving me, I said the donkeys.
And the donkeys. No, I was looking at the giraffes and the zebras, and I was just like, if I ever want to change careers, I want to figure out how to work for Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. Coming here.
I want to. I love.
Let's do it.
I love looking at these animals.
Let's get a pause.
Free Sanaa every day.
Please.
Free Sanaa every day. Oh my god. No, I don't. I want to I think they're just so majestic and beautiful and incredible to see, and I think that Disney does such a great job with caring for these animals, and I think that it's such a really cool way to bring this to so many people, and I love it, and I love that you can come. I fully realized today too that yes, you can see from Jambo House the animals on the savannah, but Kidani Village is where it's at to see these animals.
Oh
there's so many more zebras and giraffes over here.
They're running all around.
I mean, it's like I can't even believe the difference in how many animals.
They were doing their laps.
They were
lapping.
And I also have to say, I am so sorry. I'm just dragging this out even more. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I also have to say that, I feel like we talk about the grand entrances to a lot of the different properties. Obviously, you have Grand Floridian and Polynesia and Boardwalk, whatever. But pulling up and walking into Kidani, especially during dusk, nighttime, golden hour, with the lanterns out front and the rock work.
Those candelabras.
The candelabras?
We posed
the candelabras.
The candelabras, mama.
We posed the house down boots. Yes, go on top.
They did.
Okay.
We did.
I was filming an intro. I come back and they had done an entire photo shoot.
In 2 different locations.
I'm so sorry.
And
it was great.
We did a reservation because I was like, I literally the text I sent to Demi
it was golden
I'm sorry
hour.
we were serving.
We were.
And sent her photo proof because she couldn't get mad if there was photo proof.
Do you want to tell everybody else?
Well, I was going to say
glasses.
The transformative experience that we also have
the other
today.
serving today.
This is going to be the closer. So
I want to say that what Joey is about to tell you all was the greatest ride experience ever to ever exist.
Yes.
In a way that just...
You are. Usually Jeremy cries for a specific reason on Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom.
Very much so.
Yeah.
He was crying for a very different reason.
I couldn't even concentrate,
No,
and it's one of my favorite attractions that I want to like pretend I literally am flying on this Banshee,
Correct.
Yes.
and the rest of the world doesn't exist.
Correct.
But
Oh,
the
world
rest
existed
of the
today.
world existed
The real
today.
world hit me hard in the face today. I will also say this is one of probably the most fun and unhinged times I have ever had on a ride. Of all fault of my own.
Yes.
So we started in the pre-show, obviously. Demi and I were asked to stand on the numbers 6 and 7.
Like, honestly, y'all.
And
Y'all.
the 6, 7 just
I don't
started.
know why
Hand
you
motion started.
started
that
it
was
though.
just so unnecessary.
It wasn't necessary, but you know what? Someone had to do it. And
No, you
No.
that's the
no.
opposite
No.
definition of unnecessary.
I'm sorry.
I know. That's
I'm
called
sorry.
comedy.
No, no, I'm not sorry. Listen, it's not only that we had to go, what numbers are we on? 6, 7. Every time we were doing like that Mighty Morphin Power Ranger moment on the screen where
With
we were
the
like floating
scanning.
spectacles of
I was
DNA
doing
on the
the 6,
scan.
7.
He was like, Jeremy, record me doing the 6, 7
And
on
guess
the screen.
who recorded me doing the 6, 7 on the screen?
3 times.
Jeremy.
3 times.
And I just wanted to make sure we got the shot. But this isn't even the good part. Then Jeremy and I started voguing in that part, which was great. And then when we got on the ride, I was like, wouldn't it be great to just serve the whole ride? I'm going to set my phone up in the bag area so that it records us the whole time while we're on the actual ride, which I did. Could not ignore the call to serve when we were sitting there fully strapped in, couldn't move, glasses on. I thought it would be cool to mug for the camera by bending over backwards.
Back bend.
As soon as I backbended, my glasses right off the face.
and mind
crashing
you,
to the ground.
this is for those of you that have been on the ride. This is after the cast member goes, "Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Si va co."
Yes.
Si va co.
Fully after. And
the ride is about to begin.
was not aware that the ride was imminent. And I say, Demi is of course is scream laughing.
And I
Jeremy
say,
is speechless, and Demi said, "That's what you get."
I said, that's what you get.
And then I look to the side, and not in an empty, plea. This was not just a mere observation. This was actually a plea for help.
was desperate.
I said, I dropped my glasses, hoping that the cast member would hear me and come scurrying out and pick them up and give them to me. She did not. And moments later, the lights went dark and the ride started.
No, but that's the thing, though,
Yeah.
is you went, "My glasses," and then it literally
Boom.
went dark. I'm like, Joey, the ride is literally
Yes,
starting.
and Jeremy's in tears, laughing.
Tears.
Demi screams at me on the ride again. She was like, "This is so stupid."
No, I said, you are
I'm
so stupid. You
And
are.
because the whole ride, let me tell you, we were looking back there. My glasses sat on that platform.
I kept
She
turning.
stayed.
I kept turning around because I was scared that it was going to
It was
get
gonna
caught in
slip
something.
or
So
fall.
I could not concentrate on the ride, just
No.
knowing that something was there.
Yeah.
So regardless of how funny it was, I was kind of panicking. I was
Yeah.
and I was waiting to
But it
see
was
if it was
fine.
going to as the ride moved. I was so curious to see
They
if the
were gonna
glasses were going to slide down, if I
They
could
did not.
pick them up,
They
and they
place.
stayed in
They
place.
stayed in place. Sure did. And just served the whole ride.
It
anyway,
was,
posed.
and then I give him
she's
out of
insane.
the kindness of my heart, even though he does not deserve it for messing up the ride. I give him my glasses
Yes, she did.
so that he could see the rest of the ride at the for the last few minutes or whatever.
didn't even look at the
He
screen.
didn't even didn't even look at the screen. He started serving again
with the glasses,
With
I
the
used
glasses
them.
on.
I did what any supermodel does, and I used them as an accessory in my posing.
But here's but what was honestly one of the most audacious things that I had trouble
What was the audacious
perceiving
thing,
in the
Jeremy?
moment is when we got into the cave, the moment that usually brings me to tears, but I was still in tears for other reasons.
Yeah.
And you commented, because this is one of the parts where even if you have the glasses on,
Yeah.
the screen is
was
a little
blurry,
fuzzy.
and we were at
It's
the
fuzzy.
top middle.
We were in the top. We were in the best seat. Thank
Yeah.
you, cast members. We love you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We were in the best seats, top, middle, and Demi commented on the screen being blurry because it is a
Yeah.
little blurry until all of the
and then I
bioluminescence
said-
comes in, and then Joey had the nerve.
Well, I did it on purpose. I was making
You
a joke to
set him
him,
up.
even though it was actually blurry with the glasses. I was like,
the fact
"Is
that
this
you
blurry
had
to
the
you?"
nerve to say what?
And I said, "It's all blurry to me."
Listen, I almost walked off the ride myself. I was like, she is not right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
After fully knowing what you did.
Yeah, that was truly
That was a lot.
an experience, and I'm so glad I had that with y'all.
And the fact that it's all recorded.
All except
so
Jeremy,
happy.
because the framing unfortunately did not allow Jeremy to be in the shot. However,
it would have just been Jeremy cry laughing. I've never seen someone cry laugh so hard on an attraction.
Well,
disaster.
Listen, we served, we swerved. We ate.
Yeah.
House down boots at Miss Lathan's restaurant, Sanaa. Whereas she allegedly bit Beyonce, we bit into the food.
We did.
And
we bit into that bread.
We are, taking a big old bite out of life.
Okay.
I tried. Well, that's it for the part. But this is the part where I put the music in at the end of every episode. Well, Jeremy, thank you for joining us. Everybody,
so much for having
go
me.
follow Jeremy at Jerendelle Official. You know where Jeremy is everywhere.
Yes.
Everybody knows where you are at all times because they all come up to you in the parks at every second of every day.
And I love you all. Keep coming up and saying hi.
There was even someone when we got on the bus to come here to Animal Kingdom Lodge today that screamed, I think, "Oh, are you Jerendelle? I love your videos." In the middle of a crowded bus, and it was me. I just tried to embarrass him. I like to embarrass him. And I asked for his photo.
You did do that, and that was not nice to Jeremy.
It was funny.
It was hilarious.
It was very funny, but not really.
Well, stay tuned. For another all-new episode of
next
week. Next week. And we will not, unfortunately, have zebras accompanying us on that one, but it will drop on Tuesday.
Yeah. But make sure that you are following us on wherever you get your podcast. Give us the maximum highest star rating, and comment on Spotify if you've eaten at Sanaa or if you want to eat at Sanaa.
Yeah.
And what you think of Disney's Animal Kingdom.
If you want to play the drums outside Sanaa.
Yeah. And make sure to go follow.
Sanaa.
Make sure to go follow Joey at Joey Nolfi.
That's Nolfi.
And make sure to go follow me and subscribe over on YouTube at Magical Hijinx. That's Hijinx. That's correct. And until next time, everybody. Sanaa.
My glasses.
My glasses.